Can anybody tell me why are we having this conversation about Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler may be the main event at UFC 300? That makes absolutely no sense. So basically, hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know I do with Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Can anybody tell me why are we having this conversation about Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler may be the main event at UFC 300? That makes absolutely no sense. So basically, we're just going to shit on anybody who has a belt, basically. So if you're on that card and you got a belt, forget what you're trying to do. Forget how hard you worked to get that belt, to get on 300, to earn, quote unquote, the top spot. No, you don't get it. Not if Conor McGregor wants it, right? That's apparently seems to be the case. So it's just conversation. We don't know if it's actually going to happen, but too many people are talking about it. Henry Cejudo's talking about it. I think Daniel Cormier is talking about it. We've seen posts, people talking about it, but it makes no sense. It goes against everything we believe in pursuing for the belt, right? The belt means you're at the top of the heap, which means you get the top spot, right? Freaking Wiley Zhang is supposed to have the top spot. Then, basically maybe Gaethje. Is Gaethje on that card? Hell, I don't even know anymore. Now I gotta look. Gaethje versus Max. Let me see. See, now I'm all confused. This thing got me all messed up, man. I don't make no sense. God dang it. See, my mind going blank. UFC 300 fight card. Yeah. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. At least they got some kind of belt. It's the baddest mother effer belt. It ain't necessarily a real belt, but it's the belt they got. So they should get the top spot over Michael Chandler and freaking Conor McGregor. It makes no sense, right? But that's not even the worst of it. Let me tell you what the worst of it is, which means when you look at it, it's so bad, it absolutely sucks, right? When we just look at Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler, we both say they're great fighters. They make for great events. They can get it. But do you know both of them, not one of them, both of them, they only won one of their last four. Both of them. Conor McGregor only has a win in his last four fights against Donald Cerrone. Michael Chandler only has a win in his last four fights against Tony Ferguson. That's pitiful. Normally, you get dropped so low in the rankings, you will never see a chance at the main event or titles again when you only won one in your last four. Donald Cerrone was on his way out when freaking Conor McGregor fought him. They're trying to get rid of Tony Ferguson by the time Michael Chandler fought him, right? Ridiculous. They both got beat by freaking, God dang it, Poirier, right? And he has to sneak to get his money. And you got these guys who won one of their last four, getting them, possibly talking about getting the main event. What kind of garbage are we doing? No wonder everybody's trying to shit on 300. Because a belt means nothing, right? It shouldn't even be a conversation of Conor getting anywhere near the top spot. Maybe feature, but nowhere near co-main or main. It's effing ridiculous. Look how, come on, peoples. I talk shit, yeah, I do, right? But we try to get the fights to make sense. We try to get where people can say, hey, this is worthwhile. We're trying to say this is a sport, that rankings matter to a certain degree, right? That people who get the main event has earned it. Are you trying to tell me Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor has earned the main event with only one in their last 4. That's some goddamn garbage. But because it's Conor McGregor, right? Now, I can see if you gave somebody who's number 1 in the rankings against Conor, I can see it. Number 1 contender fight against the number 1 contender. These guys ain't nowhere near close any kind of contendership with one in the last 4. I'm confused, people. I know we're in sports entertainment, but to this level where we're not even paying attention to a mother effer's record on some degree, come on now. I do not hope they're going to get the main event. I really hope. I mean, if I was Wally Zhang, I would be talking a whole bunch of shit in her language. Right? If I was Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway, I'd be talking shit. Right? Now, if Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler were going for the bad mother effer belt, I'd be like, all right, they got some kind of belt they're manipulating with, but not even close. That's already locked up. So what are we doing? What precedents are we making here? Like Conor gets to go to the front of the line, and no matter what, with Michael Chandler? Michael Chandler gets to go to the front of the line with his bullshit. He ain't 1 in 4. He barely winning. All your top guys done beat him. Right? He bragging he beat Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson been on a serious lose streak, not trying to shit on Tony Ferguson. Right? But that's the only win he got to his credit in his last 4. So where are we going with that? Nobody else will be looked at if they lost. They got only one in their last 4. Nobody. And we went hard to make Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler happen. That's how we push hard for this crap. Hard for this fight to happen. And it can't be the main event. It can't be the main event. It's typos. They just throwing clickbait. It can't be. I refuse to believe that this is what it come down to. That 2 fighters with only freaking 1 in 4 get the main event. Nobody means shit. That will let you know. If you can't put butts in the seats, it don't matter. If you can't make the money, no matter your hard work, no matter your win streak, none of that matters. If you can't make them some daggone money. So kudos for Conor McGregor for being able to make people some daggone money. For you to have a upside down record in your last 4. 1 out of 4. You get the main event if that's what's going to happen. I don't think it should happen. Please don't let it happen. I'm just going on what I'm reading. Why are other fighters talking shit? Hold on. You mean the guy who only won 1 of his last 4 gets a shot at the main spot with pay-per-view buys and everything? And his opponent with the same exact record gets the same thing? Jesus Christ. Oh well. It is what it is, people. The foolishness is running rampant out in these streets. So we see where it goes. Let's see if they end up getting the main event. I don't think they should. It makes no sense. But I guess you got to put butts in the seats and you got to get eyeballs on 300 because 300 is some seem to have no momentum at all. So we'll see. It is what it is. All right, that's all I got. This is Coach D doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it, talking my share of shit. To hear from me again, peace out.